This is Jonathan Agger with Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Kalle Sauerland here at the Derek Chisora Deontay Wilder press conference. It goes down April 4th at the O2 MF Pro, the first card. Kalle,
what a card! New kids on the block, making the big fights. That's my slogan for the week. But obviously, great to be working with Queensbury as well, and exclusively live on DAZN around the world.
Just give us an idea of how this came about, because it kind of came out of nowhere. We all thought that this was just going to be maybe a Queensbury card. We thought even Wilder might be fighting Usyk, but then out of nowhere, it's the Sauerlands are promoting this. So just how did Derek call you and say, I want you to promote this? Like, how did it work?
Look, we're a team, so it's not Sauerlands, it's MF Pro. My brother and me, of course, are part of that, big part of that. But it's one of those fights that pops up when people are bored over Christmas and New Year, and you look at it and you think, yeah, right, you're bored, right, play on. That's Fantasy Manager. They're tied up there. He's doing a Usyk fight, and I wasn't sure what Derek's situation was, because he was obviously with Frank. Then I saw him talking to Eddie about fights around the Christmas time. Anyway, long story short, about the 10th of Jan, still talking, and about the 12th of Jan, I said, all right, well, let's put our money where our mouths is, and fight got made pretty quick. And then, of course, we had the big back and forth for the television networks, and yeah, the rest is history, isn't it? It's on DAZN all around the world, and the home of boxing. And we are at the O2 primary of Queensbury on Easter weekend, Saturday, April the 4th, in what is going to be, I think, an absolute heavyweight throwback sort of fight. I'm going to pick, before the fight week presser, I'm going to pick a fight that I think it could resemble out of boxing history. But it's got one of those, look, both guys, very different stories, but both are legends of this era of heavyweights. Simple as that. Since Vladimir got dethroned, the end of the Klitschko generation, let's call it the 10 years of the Klitschkos, this is a new generation of heavyweights. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Usyk in recent years. But it's all one, and Derek is a massive part of that. Massive part of that. In fact, Derek was also slightly overlapping because he was part of the older generation as well. I promoted my first fight with Derek 15 years ago this year in Helsinki. He got robbed against Robert Helenius for the European Championship. It's got so much storyline about this. The fact is 50 fights, making it 100 fights, hence the very clever, unforgettable title of the event, 100. It's going to be fun to promote, it's going to be fun to watch, and I think it's going to be a very hot ticket at the O2, but I think it's also going to do very well around the world and attract a lot of eyeballs to the sport.
Derek has consistently said that this is 50 and out, whatever happens, win, lose or draw.
He said that with 49 as well, though.
He did, but he's promised that this is his last fight. If Deontay Wilder loses, especially by knockout, is he finished?
Listen, those are personal things. I think I do. My gut as a promoter is that whoever loses won't box again, and they'll go, but they will go down as legends of the sport. No one's going empty-handed here on April the 4th. It's not one of those nights where it's all or nothing for me, because this will be, the final fight of a legend of this era of heavyweights. So it's about who goes on. I don't think they're too experienced. Someone asked me this, like, are they overlooking the opponent? Is Wilder or Del Boy? He's in a position with the IBF. Are they looking at the world title? No, they're not 10-0, right? They're 50 fights. This is their 50th fight, pro fight, and not 50 like he's fought 6 rounders and 4 rounders. Look at Derek's CV. Look at Wilder's CV. Wilder, the longest serving WBC heavyweight champion of all time, the hardest punching heavyweight champion of all time. So it's like so many different factors into this, you know. There you go. So I don't have to promote. I just got to state the facts.
Lastly, Kalle, because I know the press conference is going to start soon. I've been told, and I'm sure you've heard, that today at TalkSport, Wilder walked out of an interview with Simon Jordan, I think on their Talk Boxing show, unhappy about questions around Tyson Fury. What do you make of that, sort of, from what you've heard, and what does it show you about Wilder's demeanour here?
Big heavyweights, big personalities. You know, they do these things. Won't be the last. Certainly is not the first. These sort of explosions happen, metaphorically. Part of the heavyweight game. Of sort of, yeah. So they don't go too wild up here. But we've got lots of security though. No, but they're getting on. It's professional at the moment. It's very. They seem to be really getting on, and they were egging each other on in the negotiation. No one's seen this behind the scenes. Interesting parts of it, but they're both very experienced players here. They know what they're doing and which buttons they're pushing. One wrong button pushed, and this goes wild. The fight week presser will be very interesting because you'll see the difference between the two of them than it is now. Now it's like, hey, we're on a media tour. We were in Times Square on Monday, and now we're here in the big city of London on the Wednesday, and we're doing media, and we're going around town, and you know those things happen in build-ups. But then you get the fight week.
It's high stakes.
And then it's close, and I'm going to be in a ring with you in a few days' time. That's a very different mindset, and these guys know what they're doing. Come on.
Kalle Sauerland, appreciate your time. You've been there when Derek Chisora's thrown the table, so best of luck on the top table today.
Hotels, and you name it, I've been there.
So we'll see what happens today, but all roads lead to April 4th, Chisora against Wilder at the O2.
Absolutely, looking forward to it.